Hey everyone. Ah, um, I don't know who will be on at this hour. Since it's 9 p.m. here in California. And it's midnight on the East Coast and 9 here in the West Coast. I don't know who's planned to be on my live. Um, 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 um. I know. I know a lot of you were on Eric Raiders live. Hope they join. Like my mods. My mods. Never in Aaron and April. Hope they join. Um. I was supposed to have uh my interview earlier with one of our our YouTube friends. um One of our friends that has been loyal to all of us. I was planning on having our friend Jay be on. you know but maybe something came up, with Jay. So if I'm not able to do my panel as I was planning on doing, then it will be probably be on Saturday. And you know hopefully. All right. So I was saying, hopefully people will join my live. I don't know if anyone will. Um, um, I know my live was being weird earlier. Um, my laptop was acting up. Um, um, and um, ow, and and I had to restart it. You know, so it'll work fine. Um, um, and Um, um, so, um, if anyone is here, um, um, or will be here, say hi. Um, 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 hopefully, people will be here. I don't know if they will. Um, if not, then this won't be a long life. Um, 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 so, um, 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 I don't know if anyone will be joining since it's late for a lot of you. Um, 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 so I think I'll plan on doing my panel probably Saturday. Um, around the same time I did earlier, so it'll be like 5 p.m. in California. You know, so I'll be doing my panel on Saturday. Um, um, it just depends on who will be joining. I mean, you know, hopefully people will be there. Um, 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 you know, and hopefully I'll uh do my panel. Um, hopefully there won't be any trolls or you know any of that. There'll be no trolls in the live. Um, um, so um, um, so um, 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 so um, 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 so oh hey Anthony. um, yeah, I was hoping you would be here. I was waiting for you earlier. You probably were busy earlier, but April was on my live earlier, and that was nice. And Aaron was there earlier. Um, so it was nice to have them, have my mods be there on my live. Um, and then we had um a few new people that joined that subscribed to me. Um, so we had Zoe Nicole. Her name is Chloe, but she's using her cousin's profile. We also had Froggy Girly join on one of my lives. I've been at a lot of theme parks, but nowadays with my social anxiety and all that, um, and with my sensory processing disorder with crowds and people and all that stuff, I don't really do theme parks as I normally did. Um, it's just that it's a lot for me to deal with. Um, so with my high functioning autism and stuff, and having social anxiety and all that, and over the years that I've been at like all the theme parks I've been at, the crowds have been more worse and worse and worse. And as I started being an adult and all that, it started to be a lot more people. And um and and today, um was the 70 was is the seven is the 70th anniversary of Disneyland. But that's like where a lot of people, there is a lot of visitors visiting Disneyland, and I'm not able to deal with it. I'm not able to deal with a lot of people, and, with my anxiety and stuff, and and with my family and stuff, we weren't able to do it. So, um, but but I mean, I mean, nowadays it's just a lot for me to deal with, with people and all that stuff, and places that is filled with visitors and stuff, so I'm not able to deal with deep parks as I used to back when I was younger. So, and well, I have to say the story. So when I was at Disneyland, and this is when I was like maybe 14 or 15, around there. Uh, Me and my family, me, my dad, and my brother. You know, me, my dad, my mom, and my brother went to Disneyland. Yeah, so me, my dad, my mom, and my brother went to Disneyland one year, and 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 there was a time where there was supposed to be rain in the weather, and I wanted to see fireworks, as I did back then. So I wanted to see fireworks and all that stuff. So when we went, uh, my parents asked one of the cast members if there was a plan to be fireworks, that night, and they said they canceled it since it was supposed to rain. And once we once we went back to like towards the entrance of the place, I started to have a meltdown. I started to like lose my mind, and I started well, here's the thing, I started to cry. I started to have I started to like, have my meltdowns, and the part, not the team part, the cast members um saw what I was doing, and well, I guess at Disneyland, they have guest relations, and they saw how I was and all that, and they decided to take me to a quiet, peaceful area of Disneyland that no one has ever been before. And this is like the back part of the room of Disneyland. So so as I was still having my meltdown, and I was still crying, and still losing my mind and stuff. Uh, you know, it was it was like, you know, you know, uh, you know, the people at Disneyland helped me a lot. They helped me a lot, and tried to like relax me, and try to like calm me down and all that stuff, and all that. So what happened was, so they decided to drop us off because we had our van. We had my parents had our van, so we went. But they our van was on the other part of the lot. Of where Disneyland is. Our van was parked in one of the lots that was so far away. So Disneyland decided to take us in a instead of the tram that you take to our van, take our van or whatever, or whatever. They took my family, me, my brother, my dad, and my mom and me, in one of the shuttle vans. In like a shuttle van. It's like a little tiny one of those little minivans, that we see every day. And they just drove us to where our car was, so we didn't have any trouble. So we decided to leave Disneyland, and my parents said, that it was time for us to leave since I was having a meltdown, and we left Disneyland. So that night was like the worst uh that happened to me. And yeah, so I mean, we still went to Disneyland over the years, but um but um but as like, like I was saying, as like the crowds and families and everyone was there, it was starting to be more worse for me, and I was starting to have more of my anxiety with socializing and all that stuff. And uh um it was really, 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 really bad. I mean, so yeah, so if I decide to be at a theme park, I have to be prepared. But like, for me, I think for me, um I'm just not up for all the theme parks anymore. The rides, the parades, like at Disneyland, they have that. Um oh, it was a nice room. I'll say this, it was a nice room. They had a nice futon where you're able to like put your feet out. Like they had a futon where you're able to put your feet out. it wasn't like it wasn't a bed or anything like that. It was a sofa turned into a bed that you're able to do that. So they put me on in this room, in this private room, and they put me on this futon sofa to help me relax. I mean, it was nice. It was relaxing, but I would say that now I'm almost in my 40s. I'm 38 now, but once I'm in my 40s, you know, I'm like at the point where where I'm just not up for the hype of theme parks anymore. I'm just not up for you know all the things happening and stuff. It's just a lot of anxiety for me. So I mean, Disneyland I will probably won't be at anymore. Universal probably not. Knott's Berry Farm probably not. Six Flags probably not. Um, but yeah, yeah. So yeah. I mean, I've been at these theme parks over the years. I mean, the longest I've been at Disneyland is has been since I was 4 years old. So this was back in well, it's funny. It was on my birthday. It was March 3rd of '91. That was like the first day that me and my family went to Disneyland. You know, for the first time. I mean, obviously my parents went before obviously me and my brother were born, but you know, back in '55 when it's already they didn't have a lot of the rides back then, but you know they have a lot more than they are now. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not able to afford it. I'm on I'm on Social Security with money, and so is my parents. And you know, ow, you know, over the years, you know, you know, I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing: is the pricing has been a lot more expensive than it is. Um, so 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 yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even be at like all these theme parks and pay all that money and all that stuff. It's that's not worth it. Um, I don't know. I live with my parents, so it might have been my mom or my dad or any of that, or it might be my neighbor. I have a neighbor. My neighbor. My neighbor might be outside since he's in his yard or whatever, but I don't know. Um, but but yeah, it might be my parents, it might be my neighbor, who knows. um but yeah, but back what I was saying is I I, I just don't, um no, my mom went in bed already. Um my mom is in bed already. It's only my dad that's up. I heard her be in her room, so my mom's in bed already. um so you know so um so yeah, my dad's the only one that's up. So um um and yeah, so it's only my dad that's up. Yeah, it might be something in your area, maybe. um Maybe something in your area, in your neighborhood. I don't know. um you know but But yeah, um, right now, I'm not able to do nothing since I'm bedridden. I've been bedridden for a year since I have leg and back pain and neck pain and feet pain, foot pain and all that stuff. I've seen a doctor and all that stuff, and they wanted me to exercise and move and walk and all that stuff to put more muscles and put more muscles in my body and in my legs and all that stuff. But what I used to do when I was able to move was what I used to do. Yeah, yeah. But what I used to do, what I did love being at the movies, the movie theaters to see like the latest movie that was out. I mean, I used to do that a lot of the times. Um, I mean, I do love a lot of movies, since I have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, all that stuff. Amazon Prime, I have all those streaming apps. Um, but yeah, I mean, I saw the original Jurassic Park. I saw the original one, but I'm not really a fan of it. I'm not really a fan. Um, I'm not really a fan of those types of movies. Um, um, I mean, the only ones I do love, like movies I do love that is like a trilogy or whatever, is Back to the Future. Yeah, I love the Back to the Future movies. Those are my favorite. You know, and they just celebrated the first one celebrated their 40th anniversary on on the third of this month. So it was before the fourth. So um but yeah, I love the DeLorean. That's like my favorite movie car. Yeah, I saw that, but I'm not. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I have never seen Jaws, any of the trilogies or whatever. I have never seen Jaws. I'm just like, I've never seen it. I've never seen Jaws. Um, 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 um. Yeah, I've never seen it. Yeah. And the same thing is for um, what is that movie? Um, the what is that movie? What is that movie? Rocky. The Rocky movies I haven't seen yet. I've never seen all the movies from the original Rocky, the second, third, fourth. I've never seen Rocky. I have never seen the Matrix. Um, um, um. Yeah, I mean, if they're on like Netflix or Amazon Prime or anywhere that on any of the streaming platforms that I have, then I'll be able to see them. Yeah, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Out of all the movies I've seen, it's mostly the Back to the Future movies. Those are my favorite. The other one, and this is another like trilogy of somewhat, is one. This is like one of my all time favorites, and I love these movies. Is well, it's a Disney movie, Herbie the Love Bug. I do love Herbie the Love Bug. I love those movies. Herbie the Love Bug, the VW Bug with the mind of its own. Um, I do love those movies. Um, um, yeah, Herbie is amazing. When you hear yeah, 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 yeah. I do love the Herbie movies. Also, I also do love the TV series that they had in the 80s. And I do love that. And I saw that on when it was on Disney Channel. This was in like maybe the early 90s, and they aired it, and my parents video reported it on VHS and all that. That you know how we don't didn't have DVDs back then. We only had VHS tapes. So my mom the not DVR, but that would have been nice though if they had that. But videotape uh all the Herbie the Love Bug series from the first episode to the last episode. Hey Krista, um, I'm having some neck pain right now. um, I'm having some neck pain right now, and trying to like move it around so it won't be like all cramps and all that. Um, but but yeah, but yeah, but yeah. Well, well, well. I've been starting to have. You probably didn't don't know, but back in April of last year, I started to have leg pain, back pain, and foot pain, and my parents took me to the doctor to see how everything was and all that, and if I was able to move and all that, and they wanted me to do some exercises from home. Well, that didn't work after like maybe like a month or two. So I haven't been out of my bed for a year. So I've been bedridden for a year, and I I haven't been able to move. So um so yeah my back pain and all that stuff is you know you know you know been a problem. But I've been having some pain meds that helps. With the leg pain the back pain or the foot pain or all that stuff. Yeah, yeah. So I've been having that, to see how. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's been really bad, and and uh it's been horrible. Um, yeah. And I just found out something, Krista, that I need to talk with you about. And it's very serious. If you have time right now, in the chat. Um, yeah. Um, but yeah, I need to talk with you. Um, um, you know, um, so something happened with me yesterday. Something really horrible happened yesterday. Not in real life, on YouTube. Um someone on someone else's chat that we all know, one of the chatters in this person's live went after me again, and went after my, well, for one thing, the this person brought up about my autism. This person brought up about me being socially awkward, and, well, you know who it is. It's the one that's been harassing Ham It Up, It's the one you were on, Prista. You know who it was. It's the one that was that I saw you in a few days ago. The person you were on with. Uh and yeah, yeah, yeah. So yesterday, one of his chatters in his live brought up about me and my autism and said I was socially awkward. And I saw that. I saw that. I'm like, way to go. I'm like, way to go, Krista. Yeah. So yeah, I saw that whole thing. I was on alert mode when I saw it. Saw you pop in. But yeah. So well, I don't know if I'm able to say names, but it's this person. It's one of his chatters. It's one of his chatters in his live. Um, yeah, it was one of his one of his chatters and all that. Um, and I'm like at the point where it's not their business to bring up about my autism. It's not their business to say I'm socially awkward when I'm not. And it's not their business to talk about my life, my family, where I live, all my personal info. All right, Krista, but if you want me to tell you, I'll tell you. It was Cajun Juju. Do you know who that is? Cajun Juju? Do you know who that is? Yeah, she's the one that brought up about my autism. She was the one that brought up about my autism and saying that I was socially awkward. She was the one that started it yesterday. Yeah, she was the one that started it. Yeah, but here's the other thing: is Tubby was bringing up about Eric LeVay, and Eric LeVay has the same first and last name as me, except mine is Levitt. And me and him are both in California, except I'm in Culver City. He's in the LA area somewhere, you know, but I'm in Culver City, so he's not where I'm at in California. So when Casey Juju brought my name up, um, he was saying crap about my autism and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm at the point where I was like, yeah, please do, Chris. I would love for you to help me out. I would definitely would love for you to do that. Yeah, please do, because it's not right to dox or talk about anyone anyone's anyone's personal life in someone's chat. It's not right. So um so so yeah so yeah um well, here's my idea. Now here's my idea, Krista. Don't do it on a live, or don't do it on anyone's chat. What I would do is go over to her chat or her YouTube post and all that, and write a comment. That's all you'll be able to do. Is just write on her post, on one of her posts that she either posted or shared or whatever. and just write her a post, write her a little comment, and then see if she'll be able to see it. Um, yeah, that's the only thing I'm able to say on that. But 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 yeah, don't do it on Tubby's live. He might have blocked you anyways, or his mods are block you anyways. So yeah, it'll be better if you went over to her profile and told her about it. But yeah, she shouldn't have said anything and brought my name out of her mouth. It should have been quiet and all that stuff. So uh, what she did was very wrong and against the law. It's against the law to talk about other people. Yeah. She was bringing up about me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was saying about me. Yeah, yeah. But yeah. So but yeah. I don't tolerate her to yeah. If you type in Cajun Juju in YouTube, her name will pop up. Her channel will pop up. It will pop up on YouTube. Just put in her name and then it will pop up. Um, yeah. So, um, that's all I'm able to say on that. It did for me the other day. Like I typed in her name on YouTube and it just went boop. It popped up. So, um, yeah, yeah, yeah. It did it for me. I mean, it did it for me. It just popped right up like her channel. It just went boop. And it was right there. You know, her YouTube. Yeah. So um, but yeah. So but yeah, I just don't tolerate anyone anyone like her or any of his chatters to talk about me like that. I just don't tolerate that. I just don't. It's just not right, and it's against the law in whatever state they're in. It's just not alright. It's very, 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 very wrong. Well, what I would do is just put it in words for her to understand. It's for her to understand. Just write something that 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 you know you know that you know you know you know. Thanks, Krista. I know you do. I've been your friend since Hammered Up and yeah, yeah. If you want to be like that type of words and stuff, then that will be fine. If you want to write like that, or be like I'll say this, like like what is it? What is it? A fifth grader would do. Like a fifth or sixth grader would say. Um, you know, I don't want to be that strong enough. You know, like what's the matter? What's the matter? You have no heart. you know, you know, you know. I'm trying to act like the bully here. you know, you know. you know, you know, you know, but like, but like, but when, but yeah, yeah, yeah. She's just stupid and dumb as she looks. That's all I will say. Chris said she's stupid and dumb, and she looks really really bad. That's all I will say. You know, you know what I always what I've heard bullies say to people like when they were kids and stuff. You know how people wear glasses and stuff. Remember those words, those horrible words that you hear when we were kids and stuff. Four eyes, four eyes. That's the vibe I'm feeling with her. Is she probably wears glasses, and she probably is that. You know, you know, you know, That's how it was back then. Yeah, nerd. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it was back then. That's how it was. Back then. With how words were. You know, when you say those type of words, you know, if that if the bully says it to me, I mean, for me, I didn't wear glasses back then. Um. So I didn't wasn't able to wear glasses. I had perfect eyes back then. Um. But a lot of people said that I was the R word. The R word that I always hate, and people always say, and you hear Tubby say it. The R word, the word that I always hate and never say. Yeah, yeah. I was bullied for that type of word when I was in elementary school. And man, I would tell you, I was crying and all that stuff, and I was so sad. You know, and yeah, yeah. Words hurt. Words hurt one another. But when it's a all right, Krista. Um, yeah, yeah. Let me see something for a minute. But yeah. So yeah. But yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. I'm happy that I'm happy. Um. I'm happy that you're there for me. Um. I'm happy you all are there for me and all that. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know how long I'll be on for, Krista. So I don't know how long I'll be on for. So um, since I was supposed to have my panel um um earlier, but it never happened since people were busy. Um, um, so um, but but yeah. But but yeah. Um, but anyways. But all right, Chris. Sleep tight, and have an amazing sleep. Um, um, um. So, um. Anyways, since no one else is here, um, no one's saying anything or whatever. I think I'll end my live for right now, and I'll be live probably Saturday. Um, um, so so you know, so it'll be probably like 5 p.m. Pacific. So um so um so yeah, and I hope you all sleep well and have an amazing night, and I will see you all uh uh in the chats and other streams. Maybe, hopefully Eric Radio will be on tomorrow. Shout out to him. Um, you know, and I will uh see you all tomorrow in on the lives. That I see you in. All right. Uh, I'll see you all next time. All right. Bye.